Hey everyone, this is One Man Zerg with the UN.com, and I'm giving you a build order today. This one is a quick tech build, and it's something that I wouldn't recommend doing in one-on-one games too much unless you're just playing with a homie and you're trying to cheese him and make a really fun game. Or a really big map where your opponent can't find you, so say you played a one-on-one on like an 8-player map. It's a fast mutatech, and with that, you're not going to have many troops early. Oftentimes I don't build any troops until I get my mutasub, which is very late in the game. But I do use this in multiplayer games. Sometimes I play with SCV Rush in 2v2s, and I like to use this build if we're on a confined map that doesn't have an expo, so I can't macro up very much. And then I'm actually going to do a double extractor trick right here so I can get more drones. I just like to do this. I like the feel of it. And it's nice because I feel like you get more drones out quicker, and so I feel richer. And then I build my Overlord, and so what the build's going to be is I'm just going to get up to 12 drones, and then at that point I'm going to drop an extractor, and then on 13 I'll build a spawning pool, and so that works out pretty well. So there's 12, here's 13, and then I'll save it for a spawning pool. And the timing with that is such that I should have 100 gas at the same time that my spawning pool finishes. And then when that happens, the spawning pool finishing allows me to tech to Lair, and then by having the 100 gas I can also tech to Lair immediately. So I'm going to send some of my drones over there, and then just continue to build more drones. And so the point of the build is to balance the amount of gas you have with the amount of minerals you have, so that you can tech as soon as is possible. So you can see this is building right now, and then I'm just going to continue to build drones, and I'm not going to get a queen first thing. What's going to happen is as soon as I finish my Lair tech, then I'm going to get my queen, and then the queen's going to spawn larva on the hatchery, and then that's going to allow me to quickly get those mutas that I need. So there's that. There's right about 100 gas right there, you can see. So then I get to tech just right after this finishes. Now there's a little bit of variability at this point. I can get a couple lings. I could put down a spine crawler. I could do some things like that. But I am trying to get that gas, and you can even get the second gas a little bit earlier. And then send your drones over there. Keep popping those overlords so that you're not supply capped. But once again, it's not as critical because you're not going to get those early troops, and then you're just going to keep this income coming. And what does happen is you're going to see that you have some extra minerals to play around with, and so you can do things like get a spine crawler, you know, or and I see there's the player 2, so I could get a spine crawler or some units. I do have flexibility there. And you do want to make sure you get plenty of overlords, because the goal is to have an even amount of minerals and gas. And so this pops, I have 200, so I can build my Spire right away, and then I built my queen right away. So as soon as your Lair finishes, you build your Spire, you build your queen, and then you get back at it, and you just keep these things mining. And then your Spire is going to, you know, take forever to build. So during that time, you just continue to mine that gas. Oh. This is exactly what I wouldn't want to happen, but if that does happen in a game, you still have room. And then this queen, as soon as the queen pops, you can see my safe over there because this computer is really bad. As soon as the queen pops, I'm going to spawn larva with her. And that spawning of larva, if I built the queen right when the Lair finished, should coincide roughly with the completion of the Spire, which should also coincide with me having about 500 gas. And then over 500 minerals. So you can see here's the point in time where I can save up, and then you just want to make sure you have all 3 of the larvae from the hatchery out. So I noticed there's some time before this finishes, so I can make another drone with that. And see, there's the larva all spawned, and here's the Spire just about to finish. So I have 6 larvae available, and I should have 7 in about a minute. And then that happens. I have plenty of overlord space because I'm prepared. And then I'm able to pump out 5 mutalisks. And then if you know where your opponent's base is, you set your waypoint over there. And then you can do a couple things at this point. You can maybe throw around an expansion. You can see my income's going really well. I can continue to build drones. I can build some more Zerglings. I can use my next gas for a damage upgrade or something else. And there's my mutalisks. There's one more coming out in a second. and then I can continue to build more mutas, or I can upgrade whatever I want to do. But you do want to continue that. And then I do like to expand at this point, because you've probably had enough time to, or you'll have enough time after you attack to attack them. You can see, just micro out your troops to keep them alive. And they actually got a Spire up relatively quickly too, because this is an all-air map. So of course on this map it's expected, but on another map it's not going to be nearly as expected to have this many drones. And yes, it's a very easy computer, but the goal is that you play with this strategy against a player on a normal ground map. And there's the good game from their computer. So I hope everyone gets that build order pretty well. What it's going to be is gas on 12, spawning pool on 13, and then you put 3 drones on gas as soon as that finishes. You should have 100 gas at the same time that your spawning pool finishes, and then you upgrade immediately to a lair. And then once your lair finishes, and you need to get another extractor, probably at the time you decide to upgrade or right before. After your lair finishes, you drop a spire and you build a queen immediately. When the queen comes out, you spawn larva. Continue to build overlords so you have plenty of supply room, and then when your spire finally pops, you should be able to immediately get 5 mutalisks, and then bring them over to your opponent's base. And that's really early. It should be around the 5-minute mark, 6-minute mark, and 6 or 7 minutes, somewhere around there. And so at that point in the game, you're definitely good to harass them, and then most of them, the players in those matches, will have to pull back, because say this is a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2, and then it allows you the opportunity to expand or to tech otherwise, to make sure that you keep in the advantageous position. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I know I enjoy doing this build order, and it does bring great success. Thanks for watching, and tune into the UEN.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel.